Hello everyone, welcome back to another video on Marvel. This is going to be my Fantastic Four Reshoots video, part 2, second part of my most recent video. So, if you haven't seen the previous one, go back on my channel page. It will be literally the first video down from this one. If you have, then here's a continuation of it, because I'm hearing more about why the reshoots are happening. And apparently it was because of very, very poor and very, very bad test screenings, not just because of the Silver Surfer film that's currently in very early production stages and being talked about with the higher-ups, which it apparently is. That is still happening, it's still being talked about, but the reshoots were also happening because test screenings were very, very meh on the ending, and the ending essentially was the Silver Surfer breaks control after having a fight and a chat with Sue, being the only ones left still standing to hold her back. And they get talking philosophy. Silver Surfer breaks out of control of Galactus and decides, I'm just going to put this weird cube device in his chest, therefore destroying him. I presume this is some sort of reference to the Cosmic Cube, and I think it at one point destroyed or held back Galactus in the comics, but this cube isn't the Cosmic Cube, and this cube was just on the Silver Surfer the entire film, so she had a failsafe for Galactus, but obviously didn't use it because she was under his thrall and control. Why would she have a failsafe for Galactus that he wouldn't know about if she was completely under his control? If it was a resistance thing, and the scenes setting up her human side aren't just an empathy thing, but they are setting up that she has a way out of this, then I still think Galactus would figure that out eventually, because he has full control of his Herald, at least in the beginning. So I find that very bizarre. Like, when he initially penetrates her mind and takes her over as a Herald, why would he then not understand through the link to Power Cosmic that she has that? So it just made no sense that the Doomsday device to stop Galactus would even exist and would be a thing. And also, this cube will not only destroy Earth, which is Galactus' entire goal, it would destroy part of the universe, which is why we see the fleeing to the next universe and dimension hopping in the Thunderbolts post-credit scene. Which, again, I like the Thunderbolts post-credit scene, but if the solution to Fantastic Four saving the day is, firstly, we all get our asses kicked except for Sue, because female empowerment, and then also we save the day by destroying not our world, but the Silver Surfer gets to redeem herself, himself, themselves, whatever the hell you want to call it, and then the Silver Surfer destroys half the universe in redemption, and we're okay with that, so we'll just flee, everyone can just die. That's not heroic, and that's not going to endear me to the characters of them. It would make much more sense if they still have Silver Surfer can still breach control of Galactus eventually, because that is something that happens with Nora and Rad's version and Silver Surfer in general. But, you know, maybe have a philosophical chat at the end of the fight or during the fight while they're fighting, whilst all the Fantastic Four are fighting, and then still have it that they don't have a Doomsday device that's literally plucked out of the air in a cube-shaped convenience hole, but also have it that they just have Galactus destroy the planet and be too powerful, so Reed initiates an evacuation plan, and they all coordinate, while the Silver Surfer tries to hold him back. But it's his Power Cosmic, so she would eventually lose, or we don't see the fights, we presume she's dead along with the rest of the planet. And then, you know, have Reed evacuate with the Fantastic Four in the ship, and try and evacuate others in either a big ship or another carrier ship. Maybe he tries to be heroic, and they're the only ones to survive, and they dimension hop to the MCU. And Reed's quite sad about it, they're all quite sad about it, and even if Sue is the leader of the team, I said in a previous video, if you want to make Sue, you know, more badass, make her a co-lead of the team with Reed. I said that wasn't a problem. But just don't make her the only one that can make the villain see reason, the only one that can do things. You can still make characters formidable without it's just not needed, man. You know what I'm getting at. But there are so many better endings than that, so if that is what the reshoots are happening for, I'm surprised they're called emergency reshoots, because I would have thought somebody in the writing would know that's probably needed. because it makes no logical sense as to why the Silver Surfer would have a failsafe that Galactus wouldn't have snuffed out before now if she was under his thrall at that time. And it doesn't make any sense. It's not heroic, it doesn't endear me to the Fantastic Four, it would be a terrible ending, so I really hope those endings are rumoured. And if it's not rumour, I really hope the reshoot rumours are true and the reshoots are happening, which I believe they are from all the sources I've looked at. But I really hope the reshoots are happening and they fix that, because that is dreadful. Now, speaking of all of that, it seems the internal test screenings are true because everywhere and everyone is reporting it. So it seems, unfortunately, this is true. Hopefully the reshoots can salvage this train wreck. But also, the internal test screenings do have to be taken with a grain of salt because it's just Disney's internal workers. And usually and maybe some critics that are under embargo so can't say anything yet, apart from maybe a few reviews that they've snuck in there. But it's not... It's a very small sample size, so I really hope that this is rubbish. I really hope that this is rumour to fearmonger, but it's so disheartening to hear that everyone is reporting this. It's so disheartening to hear that... just as a Marvel fan, man, it's just so sad. And to anyone saying that I'm being, overly praised of DC versus Marvel at the moment, I will acknowledge I think I am. But frankly, DC and James Gunn's stuff at least gives me a modicum of excitement with his previous history with comic book properties, and I have more trust and faith in him than I do with all the higher-ups and too many cooks in the kitchen at Marvel at the moment, because everyone's interfering. Granted, there is interference with James Gunn's universe. That will be my next video, by the way. So it looks like comic book movies all over seem to be struggling at the moment, and it's so disheartening, man. According to other news on the Fantastic Four First Steps film, Ben Grimm is barely in it. Don't know why, just from other reviews, it's just he's barely in it. Sue's the de facto leader of the team and will be better than everyone, which... I don't mind her being the leader of the team, but can't her and Reed have a co-lead relationship given their romantic relationship? It would mirror it so much better, and as long as they mirrored their powers well, along with that, like I said, the meanings behind their powers subtextually, like I said in my first Fantastic Four First Steps video when I was talking about Johnny Storm, then, I think the co-lead thing could work way better than just the lead, and also, why does everyone else have to get wiped off the board for her to show feminine strength? You can stand alongside male, female, whatever colleagues and show feminine strength in the modern day. It just means write modern female characters better. It's not hard, Marvel. You're paying writers, for God's sake. Oh, I don't know. Maybe I'm getting on my soapbox again. Anyway, what do you think of all this? Comment below and let me know. And I'm sorry I sound really depressed. It's just... there ain't good news coming out about recent Marvel films, and I'm not excited as I should be, man. And it saddens me. But that's the end of the video, guys. You can go now.